Now, okay, now that we have cleaned up the space, let's go into how you can configure your computer to automatically free up the space for you. So let's try trash in your Windows search bar, search area. Just type in trash and you see it will show you delete temporary files. So click on that. It will come up with a window for you. Let's wait for it to load. All right, here we are. So I turn that off. That is how it's going to be by default unless you turn it on. So that's why I put it back to off position so that you can, when you see it in off, you know what to do. So it says this is how your storage, look at it here. This is how your storage is used and how you can free up space. So you have video, apps and features, others, temporary files, pictures. If you wanna, can show more. See, all these are some of the partitions in your storage space in the local disk area. So if you want the Windows system to automatically free up the space for you, what the Windows will do is, if there are apps that are no more in use or the packages that are redundant after installing the apps, it will delete them automatically by itself. It will select all of them. There are so many that you may not be able to see, but the system knows them and it will be able to pull them automatically. So take for example, say my video here, say system and reserved. This one is reserved for the running of the applications for the systems, and this folder carries the applications that are on my computer. So these others, temporary files. Temporary files are files that probably you have the image of some of the things you're working on, and a snapshot of it is taken and is stored in the memory of your computer to help the memory to pick up fast. But when they are no more in use, they become redundant and they become a burden instead of a help. So they need to be removed if they are no more in use to free the memory. And also, it is good for forensic. All right. So what you do is, say, Storage Sense. That's this app in Windows environment. Storage Sense can automatically free up space by getting rid of files you don't need, like temporary files and content in your recycle bin. Sometimes you throw things in the recycle bin, you delete them, and you don't remember to empty the recycle bin. It's just like at home. If you keep barging things into your recycle bin and you leave them there, you don't pull out the trash can when it needs to be picked up, you discover that the whole of your yard will be smelling, and because of that you need to. So the same thing happens to your recycle bin on your computer. If you keep dumping files you don't need there and you don't remove it, it will flow back into the system because it's going to be using the memory and other resources of the system. to manage itself like any other folder. So you need to constantly empty it so as to delete those files you don't need permanently rather than sitting on your computer redundantly. Okay, so what you do is you turn this on. Once you turn this on, then you have given the computer that opportunity to do what it should do. That is not. Now, you may decide to configure it to your own taste, how you want it to be. You click on this, configure storage sense to run uh, or run it now. It's either you configure it or you run it now. You can do either of the two. So let's go to configuration. So to configure it, when you say configure it in computer science, it means set it. That's the common man language. Set it in a way you want it. So let's configure it. So when do you want the storage sense to clean up space and remove the redundant files? So maybe during low free disk space, meaning that it won't work until if you leave it in this configuration setting. It means it will not do anything until your storage space is low. But if you click on this, you can configure it to run every day. It means it will run once a day. If you say every week, every month, so you have these options for your configuration of the duration, the time. All right. Then, how long do you want temporary files to stay on your computer before they are deleted? Temporary files that my apps aren't using. You see, delete files in my recycle bin if they have been there for over 30 days. You can choose 30 days, you can choose 60 days, 14 days, 1 day. Once it is in there for 1 day and the app is not using it, and you can say, no, never, don't delete it. And you leave it there piling up and overrunning the resources of your computer. All right. Okay. Then delete files in my download folders. This is another very important one. If they haven't been opened for more than, sometimes when you download the files, let me tell you, for example, if you download a file, especially PDF from internet, as soon as you download it, it goes into the default download folder. But if you have Microsoft Edge will automatically open it for you. From there, you can save into the folder you want. You will have forgotten that a copy of it is residing now in the download folder, and it will continue to sit there. If you go back into your download folder, open your download and see how many files you have there that you're not using. So in that situation, if you configure this one to delete the file in your download folder, if they haven't been opened for more than maybe 1 day, 14 days, 30 days, 60 days. So as long as you don't go there to open it, if you configure it to 14 days, after 14 days, it will be automatically removed from your system. That does not affect wherever you have saved it to. If you have saved it to another folder, take for example, you've saved it into your document folder, then it remains in your document folder. You don't have a copy of it in the download folder, and you don't have wastage of storage space. So that's how to configure it. But if you want to clean the storage space now, you can just click on clean now. So those are the two things you can do. You can configure it and let the configure storage sense. Let the storage sense, let it do the work automatically even while you are sleeping. It will do the work as long as the system is powered on. So, but if you want to clean it now, just like the manual we demonstrated earlier, if you click on this now, it will do the same work that manual process did. All right, so this is how far I will go in this particular uh, demonstration and explanation on how you can clean your storage space on your computer. There are still many other things you can do. I will do a video on how you can stop unnecessary background processes. That's another thing that can slow down your system. If you have so many processes open up that you are not using and they are running, as soon as you start up your computer, it kicks on automatically and it starts running, it starts struggling for resources. That's another thing. So that will be the next video. Remember to subscribe if you have not subscribed, like the video, and share with your friends and colleagues. I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.